Hi guys, this is Lei for Open Up and Speak. Today's topic, coping up with the COVID-19 mental stress. This pandemic has not just discriminately affected the world's economy, but the entire humanity. This COVID-19 pandemic, also known as World War C, COVID-19 the invisible enemy, worse than any type of war ever happened in history. I will no longer dwell with the political or socio-economic insights, but I will focus more on the personal issues that had insanely put humanity into this quagmire of mental distress. Here are the 5 distress signals brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. 1. Fear of contagion. 2. Fear of isolation. 3. Fear of loss of a loved one. 4. Fear of unemployment. 5. Fear of outrageous aggregated bills collection. Fear of contagion. Contagion is basically the spread of the virus by close contact or contamination. When someone sneezes or coughs, there are these people near them that will already panic. There is that stigma that the person who sneezes or coughs may be a COVID-19 carrier. It is also sad and alarming because there are some countries whereby their people coerce or antagonize Chinese people, even if the latter are already a long-time citizen of that country. There are some who even call the COVID-19 as the China virus. That created uproar in the Chinese communities, calling it as racist. How to cope up? 1. Observe at least 1 meter of social distancing. 2. Best if you're at home with your family. Limit yourself from going out. Home quarantine is your best defense. Prevention is the key. 3. If it is inevitable to go out, always wear PPE or the personal protective equipment like face mask, goggles, hat, or arm protectors. 4. Always bring isopropyl alcohol with you to spray on the surface before touching it. 5. Make it a habit to wash your hands. Fear of isolation. Fear of isolation, aka autophobia, monophobia, isolophobia, or eremophobia, feeling of being alone. They experience what is also characterized as cabin fever. Panic attack is inevitable if they see themselves or envision themselves of being alone or being isolated. Fact is, contracting the COVID-19 virus will automatically put a person in an isolation area or room. Hence, just by knowing this fact or just by watching the news about people getting sick with the virus makes a person in total panic mode. How to cope up? 1. Have yourself a companion. Talk about nice things, share nice experiences, and listen to music. 2. For those already contracted the virus and are being isolated whether at home or at the hospital, again, listen to music or read a book or magazine. 3. Advise the medical practitioners that you have that certain fear of isolation so that they will visit you often. 4. If your loved ones have this fear and they are already confined in the hospital, send them some pictures of your family, their friends, and places you have gone together. That will encourage them better. And 5. Talk to your family even through whatever device or communication channel available. Next, we have the fear of loss of a loved one. Losing a loved one, your child, sibling, husband or wife, parents, who have contracted the virus, puts the relatives in a situation that is insanely hurtful and totally beyond comprehension. There is the disturbing uncertainty that if your loved one will get sick with the COVID-19 virus, once they go to the hospital, they may no longer be back in your house. You cannot visit them. You cannot embrace or hold them. You cannot talk face to face. Your loved one will just be alone facing the battle. And knowing all these facts makes you weak and anxious. How to cope up? 1. Talk to someone. Talk about your worries. Do not keep it to yourself. 2. Stay safe and follow all protocols being implemented to at least mitigate risks for possible contamination of other loved ones. And 3, when faced with the sad truth that the loved one lost the battle from the virus, pull yourself together and focus on what is to be done. Know the details where your loved one will be taken, what is to be accomplished, bills to be paid, or maybe ask if a virtual funeral can be done. Next, we have the fear of unemployment. In this time of pandemic, a sudden surge of unemployment has plagued the labor force, as if the Great Depression had resurfaced. Layoffs have been imposed across an array of industries like hotels, casinos, film, transportation, oil and gas drilling, manufacturing, and many more. As the future is not yet clear amid this pandemic, this fear of unemployment has gotten worse day by day. It causes anxiety and depression. Fear that there are a lot of obligations that you may not be able to render or address, and your life will never be the same again. How to cope up? Worst comes to worst and it will be inevitable for you to be unemployed. Life has to move on. That feeling of a miss and lack of purpose should be put aside. Here are some tips that may help you maneuver your thoughts. 1. Calm yourself. You are not alone in this battle. 2. Do not mope and linger to that feeling of anxiety. 3. If you have been advised by your company about the bad news, then update your resume at once and source for job opportunities. 4. Apply for unemployment. Government agencies are helping out the unemployed by giving financial relief in this time of pandemic. 5. Know what other skills you are good at. It may be suitable for a small business that you can start on your own. Next, we have the fear of outrageous aggregated bills collection. As a result of this pandemic, financial institutions as well as consumer industries or other businesses have declared moratorium on payments of mortgages, personal loans, credit card payments, rental fees, and miscellaneous fees. But when businesses will be back as usual, bills will certainly have to be paid. The fear of having to pay aggregated bills are very stressful and mentally agonize you thinking how you will be able to pay them all. How to cope up? As you will certainly be flabbergasted on how much bills you will have to pay at the end of the quarantine, remember that those are your accountabilities. Hence, in one way or the other, they are to be dealt with accordingly. The following may be of help. 1. Pool all the resources that you have. Prioritize bills to be paid. 2. Call your bank to know about how they can help you and ask about a possible grant of a grace period for you to be able to settle your bills. And 3. Try to reach out to your company. They might have a program for their employees on financial relief. That's it for today. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. You may also leave a comment or email me at openupandspeak@gmail.com or visit us at Facebook, because it's never too late to reach out.